The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today for our webinar series. My name is Celia Kresser. I am the Time and Billing Executive for SWK, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all. Today, we will be talking about the tools that Timekeeper provides companies to efficiently and accurately track time and expense entries for employees, the options to deploy Timekeeper, and how this information flows seamlessly back to Sage 100 when integrating Timekeeper to the Payroll module. As you know, our time and billing, our line of time and billing solutions has a long history in the Sage 100 marketplace. They were previously published by Hightower Inc. And our Timekeeper solution makes it easy to collect time and expense entries from your employees while they work both in the office and on the road. We also have some ongoing promotions to share with you at the end of this presentation, so stick around to hear more of these amazing opportunities. Just a few housekeeping items. All lines will be muted during the presentation. We will record and distribute the webinar to you in a few days for your convenience. So without further ado, let's get started. Today, I want to start with this simple yet powerful quote. I am sure you heard of the term, time is money. Like yourself, I always have. In fact, we see it often, right? Social media, TV, radio, etc. We remind ourselves of how important and valuable time is. And I truly believe it until I read this quote. So go ahead, read it twice, let it sink in for a moment, because today, I am here to help you realize just how much more success you can achieve by simply adding the right tool to help you and your employees accurately use track of their time spent on a project, eliminating paper timesheets, and reducing billing errors. Yes, paper timesheets. If it sounds familiar, then you are in the right place. Some important points to keep in mind is the fact that our Timekeeper module is a fully embedded module within Sage, meaning it integrates seamlessly with Sage 100 and Sage 100 Cloud. It eliminates having to migrate from one application to the next. It is a module that is currently available in the framework, and you can download it in version 2018 and prior versions as well. It integrates with a couple of modules such as accounts receivable, job costs, payroll, sales order, and time and billing professional. But today, we will highlight the integration with payroll. Some of the amazing features that Timekeeper offers is the flexibility to provide the necessary tools for your employees to easily and efficiently collect time while in the office and remotely. For example, out on the field, out on the warehouse, or perhaps within the office on a laptop. Some of your employees may not necessarily have access to Sage 100, but they still need to enter their time. Well, they can synchronize projects, clients, and activities before they leave the office and synchronize this time and expenses upon their return to the office. With Timekeeper Web, however, your employee can have the full Timekeeper experience online, and what's best, it is compatible with most web browsers, such supported browsers like Linux, Mac OS, Windows, Internet Explorer, Google, Chrome, Firefox, Safari. You get my point. Now, Timekeeper is basically your choice how you enter your time. It really is. And you can choose whichever time and expense entry that best meets your company's needs. The Timekeeper web entry screen is very easy to deploy. Once the employee has set up this functionality, it will look pretty much as you see on the screen. First, you click on the Timekeeper button. You pick a project, you choose the company you'll be working on, the rate, and the amount of hours worked on the project. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll be able to see the total hours and the date, as seen on the last picture on this screen. This is the look of our web interface. It's a very simple application and easy to enter the time. As mentioned before, Timekeeper is a fully integrated and embedded module, an enhancement that truly enhances the way in which you track time and bill your clients for the time spent on a project. Within Sage, you'll be able to find the module on your list of installed applications, and it will have the same look as any other one of your modules. In order to begin collecting time, you simply click on Timekeeper, you go to the main tab, and you click on the Timekeeper entry. Or you may choose to do so also on the right side of the screen as indicated on this picture. Once you do so, the time and expense entry screen will appear, and you'll be able to start entering time by first choosing a project or engagement, etc. Many people call it different ways. So I want you to know that you can choose to rename the terminology during the setup wizard of Timekeeper, or simply by going to Timekeeper, main menu, and then you choose the setup tab. So in this case, we are going to pick a project. As you can see on this slide, you may also click on the bottom left corner of the screen and choose a different selection from the drop-down menu. Once you do so, you may choose to pick your cost code, as set up originally during your installation, or activity code as shown also on the drop-down menu, while Access functionality offers a search selection. What is next? It's a very neat functionality, which is recurring entry. As you can see, during the time entry screen, you will notice a recurring checkbox. Now, what does this mean? What does this do? Well, it allows your employees to enter time for multiple and recurring days. Say, for example, your employee works 8 hours each day on site for the same customer. Instead of entering each individual time per day, you may choose and click on the recurring button and select all days worked for this project. When you click on the recurring button, a recurring entry screen window will pop up, allowing you to choose your dates. And once you enter these dates, they will appear on the left side of the screen. You see the little calendar, you can see the dates that are highlighted. Simple, right? So what happens after you do this? After your employee is done entering their time, whether it's a recurring time or maybe just one single date, you can also set up Timekeeper to provide management approval to the time that your employees have entered. Simply go back to your main menu and under the Time Entry tab, select Management Approval. Now, just as before, you can also choose this functionality from the right side of your screen. Once you click on this option, a management approval window will pop up and you will be able to see the time your employee just entered, and you'll also be able to make a selection by either clicking on each individual box, or at the right-hand side of the screen, as we show it in here in green and red, you will see a check all or check off button. Green for check all, red for check off, and click select, or in this case, accept. Once you have clicked select, this information will go to WIP. So in order for you to review it, go back to the main menu and under Timekeeper, the main, and then posting tab, you're going to click on WIP selection. Again, you may choose to do that as well on the right side of the screen. I think that at this point, it all depends on your preference, whether you want to pick it from your main menu or on the right-hand side of the screen, whichever makes it easier for you. Once the WIP selection screen is open, you'll enter the ending date for the time that was entered on the entry screen. So for example, if the employee entered time from Monday through Friday, you want to select Friday on the right side of the tab and click Proceed, right where it says WIP date. You will see the number of records selected on a different window. These are the records that the manager approved. In this case, we have 5, Monday to Friday. Now you can click OK. I want to show you this window for the WIP selection, which is our posting register screen. You may also find this information under this tab. However, oftentimes some clients call us and let us know that they can't see any of these records in there. Remember this tip. If there is no selection, you won't be able to see the clear button in the bottom of the screen. But if you have a selection, this button will be available. So keep that in mind. When you click OK on those 5 records that we selected, you can choose to print the report, which will show you the time and expense entered by your employees, and you may choose to print it. This is what you will see when you print it out. It will give you a summary and description of the hours, the dates, the rate, and the total. So remember, depending on how you choose to integrate Timekeeper, you will have the option to update the WIP either in job cost or payroll, time and billing professional, etc. As you see on the first picture, it's giving us an option to post the register to job posting entry. In this case, though, we will go over to payroll and find our information in there. The way you do this is very simple. Go back directly to your payroll module. Next, you need to find your payroll data entry tab, like you see at the bottom picture, which again, you can pick from either side of the screens within Sage. Once you click on the payroll data entry screen, a pay cycle window will pop up, and in there, you will notice the Timekeeper button, as we have it highlighted. Now, if the Timekeeper button is not showing on your screen, that is simply because you don't have Payroll and Timekeeper integrated. Remember, you can integrate these modules during the Setup Wizard or under the main menu of Timekeeper. You go to the Setup tab, under the Module Integration, and that's where it takes place. So next, you want to click OK. As you can see on the Pay Cycle window, both the starting date and ending dates are already there. And once you click on the TK button, the Payroll with Selection window will appear again, reflecting the dates we selected. Always keep an eye on those dates. Those dates should automatically be there because those are the dates that you selected, but always keep an eye on it to make sure these are correct. Next, you want to click on Proceed, and once again, you will see 5 days selected. These are the dates our employee entered in Timekeeper. Now, once you click OK, our information will post, and you'll be able to see it on your payroll data entry screen. So simply click on the second tab, which I'm going to show you right now. This is the payroll data entry screen. If you see, that is the second tab. The second tab reads Lines tab. It is highlighted on this picture. You see the rate? You see the hours? The total amount? That's great. That means everything is there. It's that simple, right? I hope you enjoyed this quick and easy to navigate presentation. And I also hope you now have a different perspective on time, because let's face it, now that you were able to see how easy it is to enter time and how you can avoid errors associated with rekeying paper timesheets, or even the challenge to migrate data from a non-integrated system, you'll be left with one thought and one thought only. Nobody has time for that. So lastly, I'd like to show you some of our ongoing promotions that we have going on right now, such as a bundle discount for our products. So if you already own Time and Billing Professional and you wish to add on Timekeeper, you can actually enjoy an amazing 10% off. Or if you want to buy both of them, you can also enjoy a 10% off bundle discount. Also, we have a great dedicated website for our time and billing Studio solutions, where you can find more information on our products, such as time and billing, Timekeeper, time and billing intelligence. We have different downloads for all of our products as well in different versions. And we have also added a quick and easy pay button. So if you have an outstanding invoice, for example, for your maintenance, you can easily make a payment online by entering the invoice number. We have so much more information out there. It is dedicated to all of our products, so I encourage you to keep this website on mind. Write it down. It is www.timeandbillingsolutions.com. It's all one word. And of course, we encourage you to follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, on Twitter, and of course on LinkedIn. And as always, I'm happy to help, so make sure to contact me directly at Cydia.Kresser@timeandbillingsolutions.com, or feel free to call me direct at area code 888-396-1741. Again, if you have any questions on all of our solutions, if you want to know more about it, please feel free to give me a call. Again, remember, once again, we have recorded this presentation and we will make it available to you as soon as possible. Thank you once again for joining, and have a magnificent and profitable day, everyone.